This mission will take you to Grost Crypt in northern Southfield. That is where the nobles of Southfield are gathering to make preparations for their insurrection against Centralfield. Your task is to prevent this rebellion.
I used to play in those catacombs all the time when I was but a little girl. Some fools like to claim that they're haunted.
Have we managed to determine the instigator of this insurrection?
Yes. He's called Zachariah, a fixer and middleman for members of the upper class. He has allied himself with House Engram and has been recruiting local nobles to their cause.
All this in retaliation for the breakdown of negotiations with the Alliance.
Perhaps. In any case, it is a futile effort. I'm surprised the Duke has reacted with such urgency.
Wouldn't it be because he's planning to expand his sphere of influence to Southfield?
Excuse me?
There would be nothing untoward about it. Duke Hende is on the Lord's Council, after all. He's a representative of the kingdom.
Yes, well, it doesn't explain why the nobles of Southfield would try something so utterly foolish.
I suppose we'll soon find out.
It's the Blue Foxes! Why are they here? Did they catch wind of our plans?
Keep your composure. They're giving us an opportunity to test our secret weapon.
It's been a while, but nothing's changed. I feel at home here.
It feels like something could jump out at us at any moment.
Hey, cut that out! You know I'm not good with the spooky stuff.
Forgive me. There is something about this place, though. Perfect for hatching a plot.
Quinn mentioned that this place is rumored to harbor drifting souls. That reputation ensures no one comes close. And so the plotters have been able to act in secret.
Ah, then we're not actually expecting any ghosts. All right, so no worries.
I wouldn't be so sure. Rhea said nothing regarding the rumor's veracity.
Count me out of this one, then.
Come now, enough of that, you two.
So, you were here after all, Zachariah.
I don't recall inviting any foxes to my domain.
Really? You made so little effort to conceal your plotting, I thought you wanted us to come.
I'll teach you some manners.
I owe you for last time, you know. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun with you. So you'd better enjoy yourself while you can. You'll be begging for death soon enough.
Enough of your prattle. This ends here. It's now or never.
What the? Some creature has burst out the ground!
Is it a wyvern skeleton? No! It's far too big!
Was it them who summoned it?
This isn't right! Why isn't it listening to me?
What's happening, Zachariah?
Walter Quinn.
What a treat. I simply cannot resist.
It's coming at us!
Rise from the dark depths of your tombs, my corpse army. Now is the time to unleash your rage upon this hapless puppet.
Walter Quinn?
Oh, it's too much. Too much. I simply can't resist any longer. This hex is too delicious.
Walter Quinn.
Yes? What is it?
Walter Quinn, are you listening?
Of course. Why are you pulling that scary face?
Enough of the little girl act. You summoned the dead right in front of us.
Ah, you noticed then?
Of course we did. When were you planning on telling us about your powers?
I never knew I had them. It's just something that happened on impulse.
How did you know how to do that?
I must have a knack for these things.
Does this mean that it was in fact you who made the corpses rise at House Redditch?
Well, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have been able to make our escape, no?
But does that mean... Did you kill the Redditches? Your own family?
I wonder.
I don't know what to say.
Surely you're not all that surprised.
Look, let's talk about this later, shall we? I'm keen to leave this place behind.
The nobles' insurrection is thwarted by the Blue Foxes, and its leaders are killed in battle. Not wasting any time, Duke Hende dispatches his troops to the now leaderless Southfield. And before long, the vacated domains have all been taken under the Duke's control. The Duke immediately introduces stricter laws, as well as higher taxes. He also sets about eradicating any local customs and beliefs which he deems to be dangerous. Having grown used to light touch governance, the people of Southfield find such moves oppressive. Indeed, many choose to relocate to other parts of DioField to escape from the suffocating policies. A number of the recently displaced Southfield natives come to Central Field, advocating the adoption of democracy. This new political movement gains followers among those dissatisfied with the royal government. Riots ensued. Instilling fear throughout the government, the Blue Foxes are brought in to quell the chaos.
You've known Walter Quinn for a long time, Shivat. Were you aware of her talent for necromancy?
Necromancy?
It's a type of ancient sorcery secretly pursued by the Church. It revives corpses as puppets.
Oh, well, she's been obsessed with ancient sorcery hexes since she was little. She'd sometimes sacrifice animals for them, and she'd show not a hint of remorse. It was chilling.
Did you leave her family's service because she frightened you?
No, that wasn't the reason. It was all becoming too much for me. The Daglance traders throwing their weight around, the engrams cozying up to Porrand.
Not fond of responsibility, then?
I'd have thought a mercenary would appreciate that, but perhaps I got you wrong.
Yes, perhaps you did. What's that smell?
Well, what a charming greeting. And it's probably the scent of death you're noticing. I've been using a lot of necromancy of late.
No, it's not that. It's something else. It's...
Oh, I know what it is. This smell is sometimes produced when synthesizing herbs for ancient sorcery. It's rather seductive, isn't it? I've heard it can put some people in a trance-like state.
Unbelievable. Not content with corpses, you intend to bend the living to your will as well.
Don't be ridiculous, I've done no such thing. Unless you're saying I've charmed you.
You're a fool. Don't you know that hexes invariably invade their caster's mind? You must know that frequent use will corrupt your own existence.
Oh, so you're concerned about me, are you?
Of course I am.
Well, you needn't worry. I am strong enough. Nothing can corrupt me.
Baselessly confident, as always. Mind that you don't fall prey to your own pride.
You're one to talk about baseless confidence.
Perhaps we are birds of a feather in that regard. Castavir, I wanted to ask you something about Verma.
Certainly, as long as you don't expect me to spill the Republic's secrets.
You mentioned that there were unsavory rumors about the Vermin representative. What are they?
Well, that certainly qualifies as a secret. Still, I suppose I've already renounced my citizenship. In short, it's thought that he pulled some strings to ensure victory in the election.
Forging ballots, that kind of thing?
Worse, he abducted opposition supporters. This caused outrage at first, of course. But soon people were too scared to speak up. He was the only candidate on the ballot in the end.
Some would say that still counts as winning on merit.
Before long, he was one of the Alliance's top dogs, but he could rise no further. After all, such a divided alliance is no match for the Empire.
Really? Then perhaps you ought to have defected to the Empire instead.
Perhaps so, but easy victories have never interested me. And I value freedom above all else. That's why I came to DioField, an island I knew nothing about.
The perfect place to clean your conscience after all the dirty work you did.
I'd rather not think about that.
Have you seen Walter Quinn today?
Yes. She's her usual self, despite everything.
I can't believe she can be quite so nonchalant.
Why are you so alarmed by her powers? They could be invaluable in battle.
Oh, that hex was incredible. There's no doubt about that. But I worry that her moral compass has become distorted.
Perhaps that's just the way she is, Fred.
By the way, she'll keep us on our toes.
Your mission today is to suppress a riot in Hodlam, a slum in Centralfield. The doctrine of democracy, invented on the continent, has begun to take root among the commoners.
The reason for the sudden spread of democracy in the slums, is this due to refugees from Southfield taking up residence there?
Yes, the people's growing discontent is manifesting itself as violent riots and looting. You must urgently restore the peace. Bear in mind, however, that the rioters are not soldiers. They are civilians, unaccustomed to fighting. It is vital that casualties are kept to a minimum.
Understood.
Why should rioters receive special treatment? An enemy's an enemy. I, for one, shan't be going easy on them.
Through our recent excursions, the Blue Foxes have built up a formidable reputation in Central Field. It is likely that some rioters will immediately surrender their arms upon your arrival.
That's right. All the more reason to avoid bloodshed.
I don't make concessions in battle.
They may be vulnerable, people coerced into participating. So you will have to on this occasion, Walter Quinn.
It's their own fault for being completely powerless and spineless. Why should I feel any pity?
What's wrong with you? As mercenaries, our livelihood is in violence. Sometimes we must take lives, but Duke Hende ordered for no unnecessary deaths. We must uphold that.
Let us depart.
No one told me we'd have to fight the Blue Foxes. I'm out. There's no way we can beat them.
You think this is a game you can quit anytime? You want to die a dog's death in poverty instead?
But what chance do we stand against them?
They're disorganized. Without a strong leader, they can't fight as a unit. That alone should teach them that democracy is an unrealistic idea.
Is it? Under the right guidance, I think it could make the world a better place.
Guidance? Iska, the only guidance commoners need is from their king. This isn't a political movement. It's a pretext for outlaws to stir up trouble.
Come on, Fred. People are risking their lives to express their opposition to the royal government. Have you not thought about why that might be? All they want is a normal life for their family and friends. Their methods might be wrong, but I wouldn't dismiss their plight because of that.
We must seize control of this place and ensure our defenses remain unbroken.
Stay focused. The enemy is right in front of us.
Aye, aye. I'm well aware.
I'll say this but once more. Please do not be reckless, Walter Quinn.
Me? Reckless? Perish the thought.
It's the bloody Blue Foxes! We're dead if we don't take them out!
There's nothing more terrifying than a man with nothing to lose.
And a whole mob of such men is even worse. It won't be easy trying to quell them.
But quell them we will. Calmly and carefully.
They're even bringing out the Cavaliers. What a warm welcome this is.
This looks like fun. Maybe it's time for me to show what I can really do.
How many times do I have to tell you?
I don't take orders from you.
Walter Quinn, Iscarian, stay focused. The enemy's approaching.
Have you lost your mind?
Oh dear. They must be even weaker than I thought.
Walter Quinn, our orders!
That's the last one, I promise.
Last one? How many have you killed?
Maybe 10?
10? These are ordinary people, fooled into disorder by the hollow promise of a better life. They may have broken the law, but they certainly don't deserve death.
Look, we stopped the riot, didn't we? What's the problem?
The problem is that the Blue Foxes have slaughtered defenseless civilians. That's what people will be saying about us now.
We've lost the good reputation we've worked so hard to earn.
But a bad reputation has its advantages too, no?
Over 6 months had passed since the Troveldshovian Empire captured Tagaria Naval Base. Several attempts were made to retake the base during this period, but Commander Osmoldo Selica's garrison has proved impossible to displace. Osmoldo's forces are clearly superior, yet he has made no attempt to push on beyond Tagaria. A state of affairs that left the royal government perplexed as to his motives. In the meantime, the Blue Foxes have been put to work suppressing riots in the slums of Central Field. While doing so, Walter Quinn shocks her comrades by ignoring orders and deploying lethal force. On the one hand, Walter Quinn's violent conduct achieves the desired result. The terrified rioters promptly surrender. On the other hand, it severely tarnishes the Blue Fox's reputation, rightly or wrongly marking them as ruthless killers. As a result, their patron, Duke Hende, has also become a target for criticism from other members of the Lord's Council. Though this did little to discourage him from continuing to strengthen his grip over Southfield. Before the month was up, the Duke had become the de facto ruler of the entire region.